Okay, and welcome to our networking meeting on AI, the cool stuff. We're going to be, to start with, we shall go around the room. The whole format of the meeting is we'll go around the room and we'll just quickly introduce ourselves on what it is we're offering, and we will also, if it's applicable, just to say how you want to use AI in your business or how you are using AI in your business. And obviously Steffi's bit will be longer than some of us, but that's the plan. I'm talking slowly because I'm expecting other people to log in, because I've got way more people registered today than normal. So I'll go around the room in the order which people logged in, which they're on my screen. So Michael, will you just introduce yourself and tell us?
I'm going to make it easy. I'm just going to read what I put in the chat. I just wanted to share something with you. I started using a new AI-powered social media system. If you're interested, check it out here, and I put a link there. It's only a short video. Really have a look at it. It's lead generation, and it's called Now Sites, the easiest marketing system ever, powered by artificial intelligence. So should be interested people like you, Steffi. And my LinkedIn profile is for Full Power Utilities. That's another business I have where I sell business energy to obviously businesses. And you have got their use Now Site for 30 days, and your social media results will double all your money back. So do have a look. It's really good, and it's not expensive.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Kirsty, tell us about you.
Morning, everyone. So I'm Kirsty Hill, based in Daventry, Northamptonshire, and I own Penguin VA Services. So I mainly specialise in social media management, but I've also started helping in other areas of admin, focusing on parents, because as a new member myself, so I've got a 3-year-old and a 3-week-old, I know how hectic life can be, where you're trying to juggle your business or your business admin, your life admin, as well as everything else. So it's helping mainly parents, but anybody and everybody business-wise, to get in control of their admin and their marketing. So I'll pop some details in the chat. In regards to AI, I know little bits where I've done things for myself, but it's something that I want to gain a bit more knowledge on and be able to use more confidently.
Okay.
That's me.
So what have you been using? Have you been using ChatGPT or
yeah, so I do use ChatGPT. I've done the Canva AI bits as well, where you've got like the Magic Write as well as the image things. So Magic Write on Canva is like ChatGPT, but the Canva version. But yeah, it's I come unstuck with what question or what comment to actually write to gain the right outcome, because I write something and then they'll write me back an essay and I'm like, oh, that's not right, that's not what I wanted. So it's knowing what to actually say to it to get the outcome that you want.
Yeah, that's I mean it's called prompts, but that's what basically that's the key to everything with AI, really. You know, sort of garbage in, garbage out is what people say, and sometimes it makes stuff up, but but you can view it as a conversation, you know, because like you sort of ask it a question. If you haven't put in enough information, I mean, my prompts are like 4, 5, 6 lines long, you know, so if you've only put in 1 line and you haven't got the right answer, I would say, well, I didn't really mean, you can have a conversation with it, you know, so I didn't really mean that. What I wanted was this, blah, 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 and then it'll come back with something else. So you can build up the right response.
Yeah, somebody it was my business coach actually gave me a set of 20 questions that you ask that things to, then they learn about your business to then be able to go and write, say, a social media post or a blog or something, which I actually found really useful, because then they learn your business so that they can then write better for you.
Yeah, that's right. You're giving it sort of background information to what it is you're looking for. Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Kirsty. Simon, tell us about you.
Oh, hello. I'm Simon Merrett. I train people in Excel. I design and fix broken spreadsheets. I've been interested in AI since I was at school, which is a long time ago. And I'm just coming along to David's very interesting meetings.
Okay, thank you very much. If you haven't set up your TikTok account, Mr. Excel, yet, then doing all the like Miss
No,
Excel.
I haven't.
Excel. And doing the sexy dances and things, and whilst pointing at the pivot table behind you.
Yes, that's right. Yes, yes. Yeah. I don't want to drive the internet wild though. Doing sexy dances, it would just be too much.
I understand. Okay, Steffi,
Hello.
about you.
So I'm a 30-year veteran web developer, founder and creator of Your PCM, the CRM designed for UK micro business owners exclusively. Last summer, I created an AI business card scanner that you just hold the business card up to your webcam and it creates a new record. It uses ChatGPT and Google Vision to do that. And that led me on to thinking, what else can I do with this to make my life a lot easier with AI? So I created a new module called Your AI, which lets you write blog posts, because that's what I do every day. Create social media posts. You just point it at a page and say, give me a load of tweets, and it will do it for you. It'll even do images, it'll do chat bots, it does all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And enough people went, I want that, but I don't want your CRM. Oh, okay. So I released it as a brand new product in the new year. So the CRM is here, and that is the AI. And I, like I say, I use Your AI every single day for multiple things. I just find it so damn useful. Your PCM runs on a monthly subscription. Your AI runs on a token model, so you don't have to pay ChatGPT 20 quid a month.
Right. And you can still access Your AI through your, if you subscribe to Your PCM, you can still access Your AI through the tab.
Your AI is built into Your PCM. If anyone wants a demo of the whole thing, just go to, probably best to go to yourpcm.uk and book a demo. Or yourai.uk and book a demo, and I'll take you through it all.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Steffi. Gareth, tell us about you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Gareth from Clockwork Eye Video Training. Basically, I make creative video simple, and basically I do that so that everybody can use video. So what I do is I run my Video Creators Club, which basically provides ongoing support, tutorials, a creators meeting once a month to share ideas and collaborate, and also access to my workshops, which teach people how to create and use video, everything from using your phone, editing, YouTube, and OBS Studio. So essentially, with regards to AI, I'm looking at quite a few different models of taking long form content and actually generating it into shorter form. And you could do that on things like, for example, CapCut, which has got an AI tool in it. CapCut is TikTok's editing suite. And you literally could take a long form video, throw it into it, and then say to it, I want them to be under 60 seconds, or I want them to be under 5 minutes. And it goes off and it basically works out which bits are good, and then actually cuts it up into different things. And it'll even take it from landscape to portrait, which is quite clever. So yeah, I'm always on the lookout for AI tools like this, so that we could pass this information on to our members and say, look, guys, use this. It's a doddle, and you're going to create short form content. And it is really clever because it even creates the text inside the video as well.
Yeah. I use CapCut. It's really quite good. I mean, I've been using the free version, but you can post to TikTok without the watermark. Yeah. You can just download it and use it, because you can post the same video across lots of platforms, can't you? So
yeah, exactly. And the way that you could, I mean, it's 10 quid a month if you wanted to pay.
Yeah,
not exactly breaking the bank, is it?
Video is going to be hugely important, isn't it? Because SEO is about to be, there's a massive juggernaut about to be driven through SEO with Google's search experience. You know, the new one, because the top half of the page is going to be the answer to your question. And then you're going to have the paid for people, and then you're going to have the Google business, and the other ones are going to be nowhere, you know, or on page 2, or only room for a couple down the bottom. So
yeah,
people are going to have to think about not using Google, or not concentrating on Google so much, and maybe using YouTube, which is the world's second largest search engine, and creating and on social media, Shorts, they get a pretty fair wind from the social media companies at the moment. So it's a good way of getting your message out there. So
Yeah, I use Google's, well, what was Bard, now Gemini.
Yeah.
But that's just taken a slate in. And so much so that Elon Musk is actually talking about setting up a search engine and as well, which is quite interesting. But it's really good for keywords because it's Google's. I kind of say, can you rewrite this? Use keywords that are relative to blah blah. But it's like people have already said, it's what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah.
If you ask, if you're an interesting thing, I'm sorry, I've slightly hijacked, but an interesting thing I heard recently was to Chat GPT or Gemini or whatever. If you put in text in, say rewrite this so an 11-year-old can read it, because apparently the reading maturity in the country has actually dropped. I
Yeah.
thought that was quite, first of all, scary because I love a good book, and second of all, I thought, wow,
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because you do have to, you know, write this as if I'm helping my 15-year-old with his homework. You know,
Yeah.
there are lots of things that I've seen that we can type in, which amounts to the same thing, really. But
Yeah.
good. Okay, thanks, Gareth. Jeff, tell us about you.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Jeff Veal, the business guru from downtown Manila in the Philippines. Guys, I've dropped in the chat. I've dropped an amazing course, and a friend of mine is a worldwide expert on AI in general. He's just released an amazing course, and I've done a deal for you guys. If you're interested, you'll get all the updates for the year totally free of charge. So basically, everything. He's a very clever guy. Everything he comes out with will cost you nothing. There's no subscription model. You just join once. Have a look at it, and if you like it, I think you'll love it. Re what you guys are talking about, it is garbage in, garbage out. Some of the tricks, being a dummy, some of the tricks I use are speak like a superhero, speak with a bit of humor, and that seems to work quite well. And the other one, I borrow or steal, whichever way you want to put it. I steal articles. I tell ChatGPT, you're an expert copywriter, rewrite this and condense it by 40%. But sometimes the articles, in my opinion, are far too long. So I'll condense it down to 40% and then put add a call to action. Then it puts my details on the bottom of it, and away you go. I've got a team of VAs here, and most of my clients are saving at least 20 hours a week minimum because we're using ChatGPT, and we just love it to death. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, because Jeff said in another meeting, sort of write like Deadpool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I use that one a lot.
That was one of yours.
Write like Deadpool. You can write like Batman, Superman, Morgan Freeman, anyone you can think of. Heaven forbid Donald Trump. Anyone you want to think of, it'll write in their tone, and it comes out fantastic. It makes you a bit different. Yeah.
And it also breaks it away from that standard, like there are AI detectors out there that sort of detect whether something's been written by AI or something, and some of these changing the tone can make it very difficult to, obviously we know to edit out in conclusion and in the bustling world of whatever in your hometown. We know to get rid of all that stuff, but there's doing it in a particular style also helps. And there are GPTs as well that will rewrite your.
I like the Myers-Briggs stuff.
Yeah, the Myers-Briggs is brilliant. Yeah. Does everybody know that there's a website called 16personalities.com, and you can get your Myers-Briggs personality for free. And then it gives you a 4-digit number. Then you just put that in, saying I am a whatever. Steffi's got it built into blog generator. Is that the right word?
What's it called again, David? It's called 16 Personalities.
Yeah, 16personalities.com.
You just answer a load of questions, and it'll tell you what your personality is.
Your personality is scarily accurate for mine, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I'm an architect who's somebody who's very logical but highly creative.
Yeah.
I'm worried. It might come up. I might be the whole 16.
I'm away with the fairies, but never mind. Okay, Bill, tell us about you, mate.
Hello everyone, I'm Bill, and I run a IT service business, and we offer IT services with the aim to improve efficiency. So some of the services we offer: IT support, we do website maintenance, and then we set up automations for businesses. Depends on how deep they want to automate stuff. And recently, we've been doing website maintenance and custom app development. You can find me on LinkedIn to know more. But like regarding the stuff on garbage in and garbage out, recently I've been looking at prompt engineering, and then there's this trick I learned, or kind of similar, something similar, where when you finish typing out what you want the AI to do, if you add stuff like if you ask the AI, how would you rate before you answer this, how would you rate the prompt, from what do you understand from what I've asked you to do, and then ask the AI, is there anything else I should add to make this, to make you give me what I want? And that really has improved the results I get from, prompting AI. It makes things way better.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, how would you rate your own, sort of reading your response that you've just given me? How would you rate it? And sometimes it does say, well, actually, that's not right. It's weird, but I mean, never mind. Okay, good, excellent. Well, I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm David Harris. I'm a WordPress I'm a WordPress web designer and content writer. I use AI to write content, and I also look after website. I love it when someone's got a WordPress site and all they've got is a black screen. I love those. When they have issues and problems, because and they can't even log in, and so you think, well, what, they're sort of completely and utterly stuffed, and when you fix it, that's my favorite bits. But I don't want to glorify the other people's pain, but it's nice fixing stuff. I also look after servers and things like that, but it's and I've also run Peppercorn Speed Networking, so we do a speed networking on Thursdays, and we do this one as well. I'm thinking about moving this or doing another one that's a bit later in the day, because I've got a few American guys who want to come on, and obviously we're 10 o'clock in the morning, it's right unsociable. But I don't know where to do another one, because on a Tuesday or something, afternoon, or to but we shall think about that. Let me know your opinion.
Would you do one after your 2 o'clock one on Thursday, 3 o'clock? Is that too long?
Yeah, but I've had enough by then. I normally need a coffee and a okay, right. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, perplexity. I was going to talk about. This is not a monologue. Please feel free to contribute as I go on, there. But I'm going to share my screen with Perplexity to show you a couple of things I've been using, and let me just
Oh, excuse me.
Okay. Right. I don't know. I don't know. I assume most people know about Perplexity. It's kind of a search engine, and it's also well, it's another AI model that's kind of rivaling ChatGPT and Gemini, I guess. Although it does use Microsoft Copilot, and it also uses ChatGPT. This is sort of when you first go to Perplexity. There is a free version. You get but the pro searches, you get 600 searches in a 24-hour period. The non-pro, you get 6 pro searches, but you get quite a lot of normal searches as well. Like if you're searching the internet, you can just instead of going to Google, again, there's something else that we were talking about earlier. I'm going to use Steffi's Why Are Leaves Green? Because I haven't got an original thought in my head. And and this will it goes through and it gives you its sources. So it's got the John Innes Centre, Leaf Pigments, Harvard Forest. I guess I don't know these places, but and it's got 19 other sources as well. It's normally very fast, but it seems to be working really slowly as I'm on here. So it then gives you an answer with the references that you can then check out. So
is it a competitor to Google, David?
I guess so, yeah, because it's but you don't get the website searches, so you're not getting. It's kind of different. It's giving you answers to your questions basically.
Answers, yeah. Okay.
And you can also create blogs and things like that. So then I think this cool feature here is that you can it's got different sort of related topics. So how do leaves change colour in the fall? It's autumn to us. Are there any plants with leaves that are not green? Well, yes, there are. So I mean, there's so that's that. And then you got the library, which is your previous things. On the in the settings, it didn't have an image generation model until last week, and now you can choose from Playground 2.5, which I'll talk about in a minute, DALL-E 3, which is from OpenAI, the same place as ChatGPT, and Stable Diffusion XL, which is got a really good reputation in the for creating images. It's a lot of people. Midjourney has been regarded as being one of the best image generators, AI image generators, and now a lot of people rate Stable Diffusion. There's a you can choose between its own sort of default AI model. You can choose GPT-4, you can choose Claude 3, which is the latest version, and you can choose with Mistral, which is another engine that I don't know that much about, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else knows anything about Mistral, but again, it's another AI sort of model engine. So I've been leaving it as default for now, but I quite often use the ChatGPT or Claude depending on what I want. It's quite simple. The other thing I like is this. Let's go back again. Is the focus button. So you can choose between a search across the entire internet, an academic, if you're particularly interested in academic papers, PubMed and other sort of medical and research papers from universities. Writing, if you just want it to write without searching the web, it will use a database, but it won't use the latest information. It will use information that's already got in the database. YouTube, you can ask, it can find YouTube results for you, and it can also give you summaries of YouTube videos as well. You can give me 20 bullet points on this YouTube video, and it will do that. And then there's Reddit searches and Wolfram Alpha. Again, I don't know much about that because it's more coding and technical stuff. I suspect Steffi knows more about that than I do.
It produces formulas. That's one of its main things. So you can actually say, give me a formula for carbohydrates, and it will actually give you the scientific formula for it. That's one of the things it does.
Okay.
That's it.
Simon, do you have a comment?
Yeah, I was just wondering whether this or any of the others, supposing you put in why are leaves green, and somebody's got a website which says leaves are green because somebody goes around painting, or a team of people go around painting them green.
Yeah.
Would that come up? And if that came up, would it sort of say this doesn't match with the others, so it's probably a bit dodgy, or would it just present it as a equal amount?
If it found that result, it would dump it because it would it wouldn't conform with the perceived wisdom, because there'd be millions of sites saying it's chlorophyll, and you're one nut job who says you go around with a pot of green paint, you know. So it's probably that wouldn't really come into it. So you wouldn't get it would have to be a really specific topic, I think, before you could influence.
Oh, here's a good one to type in. Is the Earth flat?
Is the Earth flat?
It'll be interesting to see if it's picked up any of the conspiracy sites in the model.
Yeah. Evidence: Earth is not flat. The Earth is not flat.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's nice to know. I don't know if ChatGPT will do the same. This is perplexities, but okay, this is all very good. This isn't what I was going to show you though. I was going to.
Amazingly quick.
It is. It's usually a bit quicker actually. I mean, some of the others. This is the Pro version. You can turn that off. You would get the same answer for the non-Pro version. Because it's just a normal, it's just a search. So, and in the library, this is what we've got. You can see all your previous searches. ChatGPT's got this exactly the same thing, and Gemini. You can look at all your previous searches, and got something here called collections. Now these are your personal searches. And I'm just going to show you how these work because I think these are quite interesting. So I'm going to add, these are my collections. These I've only just discovered this a couple of days ago. So I'm going to start a new collection. So I'm going to create a collection that's going to create a blog for my website. So I'm going to say David Harris.uk blog. You can add an emoji in or not. You don't have to. Optional. I'm going to put in, and I'll tell you why in a second, because I won't remember exactly what I've got to do. Key in DH blog to start. So what I'm telling you is that when I key in DH blog, is there, and if I've got, because if I've got a list of 20 of these or 30, 40, 50 of these, I want to know what I've got to do for each one. So here's the AI prompt that you're putting in here. I'm not going to type it in because I've typed in already. So I'm just going to paste it in there. So when I type in DH blog, you're an expert blog writer specializing in WordPress, web development and promotion. I'm David Harris, a small business. This is what we were talking about earlier. I'm David Harris, a small business owner based in the UK. I create and update WordPress websites. An expert. I like to call myself an expert. X is an unknown quantity and a spurt is a drip under pressure, I was told. I'm an expert in creating and utilizing in content creating, utilizing AI in the form of pages and blog posts. The use of AI enables us to offer much greater value to our clients. I also host and maintain websites and email systems. I fix broken websites, write a 700 blog in British English in an active, not passive voice with a maximum sentence length of 20 words without contractions, with 3 subheadings. Our main clients are small business owners. Our clients are mainly in the UK. Stop and ask me for the subject of the blog. So I'm just going to create that now. I'm going to leave it as shareable. I'm not sure what the difference is. I can send that to somebody else, basically. So now I've created a new collection, which I can just click on there. And all I've got to do now is it's telling me here, step 1, key in DH blog to start on the right-hand side. So I key in DH blog. Okay, subject of the blog. Make one up. What is the impact of AI on WordPress in 2024? So I'm going to send that answer in. Now it's telling me where it's got information from. It's got information from about 30 different websites, it says, because there's 27, 3 there plus another 27. And then off it goes. There's 2 things I like about the way this works is, one, I can refine the answer by keying in a follow-up in the same way as we do with ChatGPT as well. And then it's again, it's probably because I'm demoing it. That's why it's acting so bloody slow. And then it will also give you, like it did previously on the search, it will give me 3 other connected ideas. I haven't said right like Deadpool or anything, which is something I could include in there. And here's 3 related topics. So, what are the benefits of integrated AI into WordPress? That sounds like a title of a blog. What are the best AI plugins for WordPress in 2024? How can AI improve WordPress maintenance? So I think this works. I think this works pretty well. I think that's quite a good feature. So, and I've got I've started setting up library. I shall set these up for all the things I do in the year. And I've also got, I think I can set up a similar thing, because I've got an estate agent who've asked me to help set up their something to generate the information in their brochures about properties that come in. So we could just add in questions for how many bedrooms and the area it's in and all the obvious answers. And then it could write the marketing blurb that goes with that listing. So I think that's something that's going to be really useful for sort of going forwards. I know there are equivalents in sort of ChatGPT and things, but it's I think that was I think that's something that I'll be utilising for sure. So that's good. Any comments? Anybody like that? Hate it? Because it's I think sort of when we couple it with other things, I think it'll be pretty good. Because like I can refine that. I can just log in and keep refining that prompt so that it ends up.
Sorry, that was a mouthful of food. There's still time here. I was saying earlier, guys, you can, if the article's a bit boring, sometimes they are when they're about such a subject, you can always say reduce it by 20% or reduce it by whatever to make it still concise but reduced. So because people haven't got the attention span they used to have. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Depends what you're writing it for. Sometimes we'll write into. Probably less so now. We're sort of writing to add content and relevant keywords and key phrases onto a website, or we're sort of. But now I think we're past that time now. You've got to be, it has to be informational and adding value rather than just purely optimizing. Because I think we're sort of because of AI, we're going to be past all that. So that's what I only found that feature out a couple of days ago, because I have got a Perplexity subscription, but I thought because you can use ChatGPT anyway within Perplexity, so it's but the only thing you don't have that access to the other GPTs. You know, sometimes they're quite good. So okay.
If I'm honest, I find ChatGPT to be a little bit childish. When I'm asking it to write something or whatever, it puts these bloody icons all over it, the little rockets and bangs and bursts of light, and I'm always thinking, oh God.
Yeah, you got to tell it to write it without emojis.
Yeah, you've got to tell it to write it without emojis, whereas I think it should be a case of you should say, right, write it with emojis rather than the other way around.
If you specify a social media, if you specify a blog, it won't. But if you do a social media post, Facebook, for instance, it will bang in those emojis. I don't mind them, but I mean,
reason being, emojis are really eye-catching, so people don't want just words, they want, or they need the images to go with it. So unless you've got a really good graphic to go with that blog, social media post, whatever you're writing, it's a great way of breaking up text without it being a 500-word blog. So yeah, it's frustrating, and it's something you have to get used to. Yeah, it is a good thing, but people reading it, whereas as a business owner, it's frustrating. It's like, oh, sod off, like.
Yeah, I know. I also find it writes in American English, obviously, and I specify right. I've even had it write it in UK English, and it just threw the word mate in there about 4 times, and I was like, oh, mate.
The later models are US only, so the later models.
That was me helping it out, Gareth, the Aussie.
Yeah, mate.
Well, you know, when you always getting Americans saying they can't tell whether people are British or Australian, and British are thinking I can, and the Australians are thinking I can. But,
I will say though, Simon, I've done stand-up comedy, and my starting line has been for my set was, as a Welshman living in England, the most common question I get asked is, "What part of Ireland are you from?" And that's very true, because I do get asked all the time. I've even had 2 people insist that I'm Irish. So the English are just as bad at recognizing accents as the Americans, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, or you get an Englishman who's trying to emulate a Welsh accent, and he sounds like a Pakistani.
I always want to order a curry. Yeah.
I once read to this, and it was an American comedian, and he said, I've been living here. He said, I've been living in London for 15 years. And he said, I'm completely a native, I know thing with that now. He said, right, as I thought as I was walking through Leicester Square, and somebody in the audience went, Leicester Square. He said, yes, that was a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luga Beluga. That's a good one.
The funniest one I heard was a Canadian comic in Scotland. And he said, hey, I'm in the land where you all shag sheep. And somebody went, no, it's Wales. And he went, wow, you must be good swimmers. Yeah.
Yeah, quite. He's here all week.
He's here all week, don't eat the fish.
Okay. Let me just, I want to share something else as well now. There's, this is playground.com. You go to Playground AI, I think it's called playgroundai.com to start with, to register, and then it'll bring you here. This is obviously my backdrop, which I'm going to delete, and the thing, Playground is an image creation engine. It's I think I only found it again last night, because there's new stuff, and new stuff we find all the time, but because you can use its own, if you let Playground choose, it will choose Playground 2.5, but you can also choose Stable Diffusion XL. You can also upload a reference image, so that's a rubbish pirate ship. I'm just gonna let's use that one. I'm hoping it's gonna, okay. So we've got an image there of a ship. It's just a wooden ship on the water. And
Can't see anything. Or is it generating at the moment?
No, it's just a blank. It's just black. It's just the bottom left. There's a tiny image.
Oh, right. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah. I've just uploaded a reference image. So I've said, this is my reference image, and So then I can say create a pirate ship on a rough sea. So I want to turn this into a pirate ship, and I want it to be on a rougher sea. You can choose to expand the prompt or not on here. You've also got all these different styles, and I don't know what a lot of these mean. I don't know what macro realism. I mean, I can guess, but it's got realism engine, real cartoon, blue pencil. I don't know what that, you know. So these are obviously different styles. Wasteland, Spielberg, black and white. I know what that means. So I'm going to leave that as none for now, just to see what it comes up with, because you can expand the prompt. It automatically puts in negative prompts or exclusions. So it says ugly, deformed, noisy, blurry, distorted, out of focus, bad anatomy, extra limbs, poorly drawn face, poorly drawn hands, missing fingers. It's used that as a negative prompt, so we don't want any of those. And then you just click on generate, and oh, your queue time is too high. Okay. In that case, I can't show you this at the moment because I've got the free version. It tries to, obviously it wants you to get the paid for version. You can create about 10 images a day. So that's a shame. But I mean, it's you can sign up for the pro plan, and then it'll give you that things a lot quicker. It's not too expensive, but the I'll just see if you can generate. I mean, if it wasn't blocking me at the moment, it would be you can generate up to 100 images a day. Weirdly, I had no problem last night. I seem to have a bit of struggle more this morning. I had no problem last night, even though I thought it would be busier in the evening because of the American traffic, but evidently not. So at the moment, your position is based on the revenues created, and the demand is high right now. Okay. So if you wanted to upgrade, it's $12 a month, which is pretty similar to other ones. And you can create 1,000 images a day, but you can create 100 images a day and use them commercially. So I think that would be enough for most people. But yeah, so I'm not going to be showing you that one. Let me give it one more go. No, it's not gonna.
Here's an interesting question then, David. And I doubt that any of us probably can answer it. So you asked that to generate an image, yeah, and it generates an image. Who owns the copyright?
You do.
Well, but you haven't created it. The AI bot has created it.
Copyright free. All AI images under law are copyright free. You created it.
So no, but there is no copyright then.
No, you own it because you created it.
Did you? You didn't though, did you? Because you basically got an AI bot to do it.
But you pressed the button that said create.
Yeah. It's like you know, I'm expecting there to be a legal case in the future from people for plagiarism with regards to ChatGPT, which goes off and it looks for information from other people's content. You know, so if somebody saw a paragraph from their thesis,
they shouldn't.
Then isn't that not plagiarism?
No, it's not the plagiarism on the front end. People are taking the likes of OpenAI to court because they're using their website to build their
the New York Times has done it, hasn't it?
Yeah, they're saying you should have paid us to use our articles to teach your large language model. That's basically just saying we want money. That's what
Even though most New York Times reporters and all the other mainstream media tend to use the same articles from one collective, which probably uses an AI bot to generate it.
They probably used Allied Press material to create their articles, and that was all, you know, that was probably AI generated as
Probably
well.
AI generated.
There is going to be a massive case about ownership, I think, rather than copyright. But it's on the back end rather than the front end.
Right.
The way to save yourself from plagiarism, if you copy something off a blog post or an article and paste it into GPT and say, rewrite this, you just make sure in the prompt somewhere you said, ensuring no plagiarism with the original text.
Right.
And then it'll just rewrite it. I mean, obviously, word sequences are the same, but you can test for plagiarism if you use something like Grammarly Pro.
Yeah. Because
they'll actually highlight it in purple and say this is plagiarized off such and such an article.
Yeah.
Interesting though, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
There's a load of lawyers out there lining up to just take on these cases, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're like.
Yeah, got a claim. There's claims to blame.
Exactly.
We got a pirate ship from Delhi, I guess, is it?
Yeah, that's one that I created with your AI. So that's a DALL-E 3 image.
Wow.
And it's just a pirate ship attacking another ship on a storm with lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
You know the difference between a dead dog in the street and a dead lawyer? Skid marks in front of a dead dog.
Okay. Steffi, what do you use for text to voice?
I actually use the TTS tools in OpenAI. And the thing is, they're so good. They're only American accents only. There's about 6 of them, but they're so good. OpenAI say in their terms and conditions, if you use them, you have to say this is an AI voice. If you want an example, I've got one. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Hang on. So this is the classic "Why are leaves green?" and I generated a blog post in your AI with it. And this is the audio version. So hopefully you can hear this.
Photosynthesis is a fundamental process that has allowed life to thrive on Earth for billions of years. It is the process by which plants, algae, and some bacteria convert sunlight into energy in the form of sugars that they can use to grow and carry out other essential functions.
So there you go. So that's AI voice, OpenAI voices. It's a tool called TTS or TTS2, I think it is now.
Right, yeah, because it's good. It's the language sounds very natural now, doesn't it? You know, because
there's another tool that I use because historically with my blogging clients we've always used it. It's called Speechello.
Right.
There's a product. There's a website called Blaster Suite, and one of their offerings is Speechello, and you get 3 voices for free. So I use the male voice for my male blogging clients, and I use one of the female voices for the females. But you get a little bit longer because with OpenAI's TTS, which you've just heard, you can only add 4,000 characters, whereas Speechello gives you 5,000 characters. So
just going back to the imaging thing that Gareth was talking about, surely if I was to put in the same prompt as Gareth and David, we're all going to get the same image. So then you're getting the same image 3 times. So then where's copyright stand with that?
You never get the same image twice.
Okay.
No, it's always different. I'll give you an example. If I just switch back to where I was on that pirate ship. Right, so I actually put in, there was 3. So that was the first one that it came up with, because I said a smaller ship, and it obviously made it, you know, attacking a very much smaller. Then I said that one, and I didn't like the fact that they were just firing randomly and there was a cross in the water for some reason. And then I got the final one when I ran it again. So that's the same as, well, this one and the last one were the exact same prompt, but they've generated completely different images. So that was the first one with that prompt, and that was the second one with that prompt. So you'll always get different images. They'll never ever be the same.
Yeah, and it's you just got, you know, you can't just sort of ask for an image and think, oh, that's crap, I'm going to go somewhere else. You just got to keep regenerating, and you will get what you want eventually, you know, or you can refine your prompt, you know, so it's so that it's you give it better information.
Yeah, that's the prompt. A pirate ship in a storm attacking another sailing ship, firing its cannons. Well, it didn't do that. As it attacks, as the sea swirls and lightning comes from the sky. So that was so you have to be descriptive with it, you know, and the more you can include in there, then the more detailed you're going to get. For example, I did an image for a chap, this one. So he has he does loads of WhatsApp groups, and he wanted a fireside chat image. And he, you know, so this is him sitting in a chair, and I had to do a big description to get the fireplace, the teacups, that sort of thing. But again, regenerate it again, you get a completely different image with the same prompt. So that was that one. And then that was the one that he went with. But there was also that one as well, and I think that one, which he quite liked, but it was a bit cheesy because he was grinning so much. So same prompt.
So is that him?
No, because at the moment with DALL-E, you can't upload reference imaging. So my goal with your AI is to be able to upload a passport photograph into the system saying this is me. And then I just simply want to say, make me a Jedi on Coruscant. And it will make me a Jedi on Coruscant, because what you need is to be very descriptive about facial shape, eye position, eyebrows, nose, mouth, that sort of thing. And at the moment, you can't do that. So in my avatar generator, which I've got, I can specify all this, but you're never guaranteed, because you don't have that reference imagery to get what you want, because it doesn't work that way. So I can go into avatars, and I can do, where are we? Winter Steampunk, for example. Not that one, because she's too booby. She's got far too many boobies. Right, so these are all different images from the same prompt. That's the thing. So I particularly like that one because it's got a lot of detail in it. You'll see in like detail. This blew me away when I first saw it, but that prompt was created with all this information. So in here, we're saying I'm steampunk, a style, female, Caucasian, choose an age, loads of her detail. So we can get it as detailed as we can, and we can put things in the background. But right now, until we get reference imaging, there's no way we can guarantee the result. And that's going to be a real issue for Sora with the videos, because filmmakers won't buy into it unless you've got consistency across clips, which will also affect DALL-E.
Yeah, because even with Playground, that allows you to do a reference image, it does like the bigger picture. Like with that ship as a reference image, you could have a smaller description and it would create what you wanted. But you can't do, if you upload a face, it's not going to work.
Sora is really cool, but it's actually using DALL-E underneath, so it's creating 24 images per second of DALL-E to create these things. So imagine you've got a white Land Rover driving up a mountain road in summer with a blue sky, with a drone following it, and you know that's the camera position. So you get this great shot for 60 seconds. But if you then say in the next clip, I want the drone in the front going backwards, and it gives you a different Land Rover, that's not going to work for filmmakers with Sora. So you need to have that level of consistency across the clips. Because it uses DALL-E underneath to create the videos, that means that the new version of DALL-E has got to have reference imaging in it. And that's then going to turn my avatar generator into something outstanding.
Yeah, that's going to be, we're all waiting for that one, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one. As soon as it's available, I'm like, code that.
Yeah, because that's going to be good. And things change every single week. I mean, Claude 3 came out the other day, about a week ago, which has made a difference. I haven't spoken about Claude, but it's supposedly quicker and more accurate as well. But that'll be in the next few days. Something else will overtake it again. It's kind of a race, and they all they're all good in their own way. You know, that they're all pretty awesome. You know, so I asked you about the tool, the voice to text, and I've written all that down. And if you've got you have to be a subscriber to ChatGPT, I guess, do you, to access?
I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can use it front end. I'm pretty certain, but I just use it through the API. So that's why it's available in the blog section of your AI.
Okay. So that's worth that's worth doing, because I'll just quickly share this.
I think you could probably put some text in the front end and just say, create an audio version of this.
Yeah. So we've got this. This is gotalk.ai. You can create a free account and you get 15 minutes of free talk, and it's not very expensive. It's about $5, I think, something like that. But you can. I'm going to see if this works after the abject failure of the. Let's see. I've got to recreate it again. Okay. I've got. I think it's logged me out. So so just create a project. I'm going to start with blank because I just want to demonstrate. It has got British voices, so and this website's detected I'm from the UK, so it's only given me British voices to start with. I can change it. This is a test message, and
hello, this is a test message.
And you can, by put in
hello, this is a test message.
By putting in the exclamation mark, by putting in correct pronunciation, you putting your commas in the right place in your exclamation marks, you can make sure that the tone is right. You can change the speaking rate. You can change the delay in seconds. You can add music to the background. You can choose. Let's add that one. So you could have like a few seconds of delay, or a couple of seconds of delay, and then
hello, this is a test message.
Then you could choose when that music stops. But I thought it was pretty nifty. You can change your speakers. You can change the language of the speakers, and then I've got no idea what these other ones are, but I mean.
Hello, this is a test message.
Okay, so that was that. So that would just go. That's gotalk.ai. It's just an option, but I'm going to look at the ChatGPT versions first, and see where we go. Oh, well, I'll go on Steffi's website and generate them there, I think. So it's so that's good. Okay, so I thought that was pretty nifty. There was a couple of other things I was going to talk about, but we'll push them into next week now because I always run out of time. There's something called zipwp.com where you can shoot myself in the foot, but you can instantly create a WordPress website. You just give it all sorts of information, and you can create 3 websites a month for free. The paid version is quite expensive, but if you were so that's it's about 400 quid for the $400 for the paid version, and you can
big business for you, David, fixing it though. There'll be big business for you fixing those things when they sort it's sort of what I wanted, but not quite. And
oh, there is that, yeah. And there was another website called Time to Talk, but again, it's guide you through TikToks, because I think TikToks are maybe they're the next they're not the next big thing. They're kind of, TikToks are insanely popular. So, you know, it depends on the demographic you're aiming at. But if you're looking for a younger demographic, even business TikToks are getting there. You know, they're sort of they're reaching the right people. And because there are more business people on TikTok promoting their own stuff, they're seeing other people's, their friends there. Like if I joined, I'm on TikTok, but Kirsty could come up, or Steffi could come up as a friend if it's got my contact details, and you're already connected via another social media outlet. It'll link those up. So yeah, so that's it. Anyway, thanks for coming along today. I'm going to stop the recording now.